Hi, my name is Mike Lalor, and on behalf of my wife Heather and son Logan, I would like to say thank you for taking a few minutes to learn about our upcoming fundraising event. I've been the head football coach at Stillman Valley High School for the past 10 years, and during that time I've been blessed with so many great memories during that time period, which were made possible by so many great young men. I am hoping once again to be part of something very special with our upcoming fundraising event. On June 8th, 2006, my wife and I welcomed our first child, Logan, into the world. Very quickly, however, we knew there were some physical problems with Logan. Over the course of his first 30 days of life, Logan had just under 20 separate doctor's appointments at many of the local hospitals, all trying to figure out exactly what was the cause of his extreme muscle weakness and the problems that he was facing. Thankfully, our pediatrician got us in contact with the local chapter of an organization that is known as Early Intervention. Early Intervention is an organization that assists children from birth to 3 years old that have developmental delays, much like our son Logan has. Many of the children's delays are a result of such things as autism, MS, muscular dystrophy, and so many more things, including our son's situation that took us quite some time to discover. Once enrolled in the program, therapists come to your homes on a weekly basis and work with your child in areas that they need. They often bring with them therapeutic equipment, in which they oftentimes leave at your home so you and your family can work with your child on your own time. This is the type of equipment that we are hoping to raise money for so that there is never a shortage for any family that is in need. After many trips to the hospital, tests, and surgeries, we still don't have an exact reason for Logan's condition. He's been put in the category of congenital fiber-type dysplasia, which means his muscle cells are smaller than a typical person, which leads to his muscle weakness. Even prior to his diagnosis, early intervention therapists began coming to our house on a weekly basis to work with our son, who could barely hold his head up for a few seconds at 6 months. But after several months of therapy, he could hold his head up and he began to stabilize his body. At the age of 1, he began to get himself into the crawling position, and within 2 to 3 months was able to crawl for the first time. We are currently working with Logan's ability to walk and hope someday that he will be able to walk and do so many of the things kids his age do so effortlessly. One of the keys with making progress with these children is having the necessary therapeutic equipment within your home, which does present some financial challenges. The therapy equipment and the developmental tools are needed in the family homes on a regular basis. However, the equipment can be very expensive and at times is only needed for a short period of time within the home. The money needed for all the specialized equipment adds up very quickly. Insurance does not often cover the cost, and families are already financially strapped due to all the other costs that come when you have a child in this special situation. Recent financial challenges and changes have made it almost impossible for early intervention to provide therapy equipment to all of the children that are in need. After learning of this situation this past winter, my wife Heather and I decided to try to find a way to give back to the organization that has provided our family with help and hope throughout this very difficult time, along with hundreds of other families throughout the State Line area and Stillman District. Our goal for this fundraiser is to try to raise as much money as we possibly can to help fund a lending library for early intervention and also create a Hope and Dreams Fund for the various families that are involved in early intervention. A lending library is a very simple concept. It will be a resource center for therapists of early intervention to be able to lend out equipment to all of the children that are in need and to their families as well. Equipment will be able to be purchased for children in need through our fund and then reused by future children, as the equipment will be turned back into the library once a family is done using it. Some of the equipment would include things such as sensory toys that help children with their hands and learning. Also, things like therapeutic exercise balls, which can cost $20 to $50. These tumblers, which are great for introducing children to walking, can cost up to $500. And then actual walkers themselves, because they are far bigger because the kids are older when they are using them, can cost hundreds of dollars as well. Also included would be things such as orthopedic shoes for children that need them, which can range from $40 up to $200 a piece. Also, these vests that you'll see my son wearing help stabilize children, and again, they can cost up to several $100s a piece, but they could, through the library, could be used over and over for different children. By helping fund a lending library, you will be saving hundreds of families thousands of dollars per year in therapy equipment. The second part of our plan is to create a Hope and Dreams Fund. The money in this fund would be used to providing families with hope and for funding some of the smaller wishes our local children might have. Some of the examples of this might be funding tickets to a movie or a local children's performance at the Metro Center. Our goal is to try to provide families with special days with special memories and to provide them with opportunities that they might not normally be able to afford due to the reality that oftentimes families are faced with huge medical bills due to their son or daughter's situation. This year's homecoming is on September 26th, and on that night we are planning a very special event called Stillman Valley and Friends Give Back. It is our hope on that night that we can raise significant funds through donation, a silent auction, a player auction donation, and homecoming t-shirt sales. We are hoping to raise significant amounts of money through donations from individuals and businesses throughout the state line and Stillman Valley area. We have created 4 different donor levels, from bronze, which is any donation up to $100, silver $100 to $500, gold $500 to $1,000, and our diamond level, which is $1,000 or more. All donations are tax deductible, and all checks should be made out to the Meridian Education Foundation, a nonprofit group which is helping us in our quest to raise money. What can we give you in return for your help? We can give you advertising and recognition at homecoming and all of the remaining 2008 home games, which often bring in significant crowds, which I would hope would help you and your individual business. We will also be giving recognition on our donor wall at the new facility, which will be set up very shortly in the state line area. And most importantly, the knowledge that your gift and donation can truly be used to change a young person and their family's life. Heather and I would like to say thank you for taking a moment to learn about our cause. We have also set up an online website at www.stillmanvalleygivesback.com for you to learn more about our cause and also give you the opportunity to donate online as well. Heather and I hope that you can find it in your hearts to help our drive to raise funds. We want the littlest of athletes here in Stillman and the state line area to have every chance to have success in life. Your contribution can help us so much in doing that. The beauty of your donation is that it will be used for years and years as child after child can use and reuse the equipment that you will help purchase. And you will be helping countless families avoid financial hardship and provide them with hope at the same time. We cannot thank you enough for taking the time to learn a bit more about our situation and our hopes for the future. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to call or email. Thank you again for giving the youngest of athletes a chance to achieve their biggest dreams.